every parent should be pro-gun. Now let's talk about that. So if you have children, if you are a parent, you probably love your kids. You probably want their safety. And so if you do, the reason you should be pro-gun is because a gun is the best way to protect the innocent from people that would seek to hurt them. So let's think about if there was gun control laws. Give up your blaster. Give up your gun. You need to have magazine restrictions. Who does that affect? Well, only the people that will follow the law will that affect. So, anyone that does not follow laws, lawbreakers, criminals, it's not going to affect them. They will still have their guns. They will still get guns. Down in Mexico, it's very hard to get a weapon, a gun, by legal means. If you want to get one illegally, that's possible. You can do that. I don't know all the ins and outs about that, but from people that have worked down there in law enforcement, that's what I've heard. If you want to get a gun legally, it's really tough. If you want to get one illegally, it's not that tough. So, if you have gun control, which, let's be honest, folks, gun control is just people control. So, if you want gun control, you are only restricting the law-abiding people. You're not restricting the criminals. Bad people are going to do bad things. That's what they do. That's what they want. Evil exists, and it will exist. No matter what laws you pass, evil will still exist. So, by restricting good people, you're making it easier for the criminals to do whatever they want. You're making it harder for good people to defend themselves and their loved ones. So every parent should be pro-gun, because having a gun is the best way to protect yourself, the most efficient way to protect yourself. It is the great equalizer. A small female can defend herself with a gun against a large, menacing male. But if you restrict that young lady's right to defend herself, if you take that away, you're adding a whole lot of risk to her and her kids. So the reason I say every parent should be pro-gun is because children deserve to be protected, okay? You should protect children, and a gun is the best way to do that. And if you have gun control, it restricts your ability to protect the innocent. So that's why I say every parent should be pro-gun, because you essentially are anyway. You want the police to have guns, so you're not really anti-gun, okay? You're just afraid of some of the effects of guns because you're unfamiliar with them. So, if you're unfamiliar with guns, if you're afraid of them, if you want guns to be restricted, maybe the first step is learning more about them, okay? Don't restrict people's ability to protect themselves and their loved ones, their children. Don't restrict that because you are unfamiliar, unaware, and scared. Don't do that. Every parent should be pro-gun because you essentially are anyway. You want the police to have guns. Okay? You want people to protect you in the instance that something bad would happen. So, anytime you see a gun control bill coming through, just realize that that is people control. And also tell yourself that reduces good people's ability to defend myself and my children. Okay? So every parent should be pro-gun. Think about it. What do you think about it? Leave it in the comments.